Hey guys, Kelly here with the Inside Story. Today I am going to be doing an inside look on Christina Henry's The Girl in Red. Now, this isn't my first Christina Henry book. I absolutely love her. She does kind of like loose retellings of stories, so like Alice in Wonderland. Obviously, this one is going to be Little Red Riding Hood. So this book actually came out in 2019, which I find really crazy because this is like a pandemic thing. So it's like post-apocalyptic genre, which is my favorite. But this follows a girl. Her actual name is, what was it? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. I'm only about 6 chapters in. And so anyway, she's nicknamed herself Red. Well, her dad gave her the nickname when she was little because her name is just absurd. It starts with a C. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what it is. But anyway, it's not Cornelius, but like a girl version of that. I don't know. But what I really like about this is, again, post-apocalyptic, really cool. It came out in 2019. A virus hits. So crazy, guys. A virus hits and obviously starts wiping people out. No rhyme or reason who gets wiped out and who gets to live. Obviously, she is a survivor. So it opens with her in the now. So it actually opens with like her talking about, and like I said, Christina Henry can be dark, but it's like real. So opens with her, she's 20 years old and she's alone. And she wants to stay alone. So she's at a campfire and she's prepared some soup over a campfire. And out of the woods comes a man. And she does describe him as a coyote, but we all know in the original story there's a wolf. So he can't be, again, I'm just starting this, so he can't be our wolf in the story. But she describes him as a coyote, and she knows that it's expected of her to offer him some food, offer him to sit by her campfire, but she isn't going to do that because she's a female and she's alone. And one of the things I really like about post-apocalyptic, and they actually mention in this story, is that it's not the illnesses or the bombs that you have to worry about in post-apocalyptic books. It's the people and what happens to them afterwards. So she knows he's not a good man, and she's a woman alone. So she doesn't offer it, and she knows she's about to have to ruin her campfire, ruin her food. She has an axe sitting by her, and she knows he can see it. And he's got something in his pocket, but he's holding on to it. He's not going to tell her what it is. So, he gets tacky. He's like, most people would offer something to eat, and she's like, and so he charges her. She gets up, she grabs the pan off of the fire and she puts it in his face, and she ultimately has to kill him. And she mentions that she's mad because she doesn't want to kill people, but she's having to kill people, and she doesn't like that. So she also knows that she needs to get away from the area because, yes, he was alone, but he did mention something about army. And so I'm getting the impression that like the army people, the government, are trying to round people up and stick them in camps, and she doesn't want to be any part of that. So she's on the go. So it kind of opens with that bit of story. She finds a cabin in the woods, and she's overly cautious. So she kind of goes to war with herself, and she's like, I got to take a chance. I got to go in. I got to check this cabin out. She does. And then it flashes to the past and starts talking about when she was with her mother and her father and her brother, when the virus was first breaking out, and how obviously us book people will be able to relate, how she's read a ton of books and she's trying to tell her family, this is what we need to be doing. We need to be preparing. And they laugh her off, and they're like, it's going to be fine. And she packs a bag with a bare minimal, but everything that she needs, and she's carrying it everywhere with her. And she's practicing walking because she knows that ultimately that's where it's going to go. And her father knows that too, but he's like, we're safe here. We need to stay here. So, it actually, my part ends where, and of course I'm going to keep reading because this is my perfect type of story. I love post-apocalyptic, and two, because it's Christina Henry and I love her. And how foreboding is this cover? This is actually one of two covers. There are two covers to this book. And, I'm thinking the wolf is going to be good just because, like, in the Alice story, she makes the Mad Hatter. I don't know. He's really crazy, but in the Alice in Wonderland, Alice is actually in an insane asylum and she can hear the voice of a man in another room, and they kind of keep each other sane, and then they break out. But that's another story for another time, and you should read it because it's great. But she goes back, it goes back into the past where she finally, her family's like acknowledging, we're going to have to go. We got to go. And so they start prepping to pack. And so that's where we're at. And of course, I'm going to keep reading it. I'm super excited about it. It's not a big book. It's a pretty small book. Look, I'm looking over there because I have the book versions of Alice. I thought I bought the Girl in Red in book, and I think it might be in the house, but I'm reading it on an ebook form right now. So really good, guys. I'm gonna keep going. If you like dark retellings, then I would suggest it. It's not like a spicy retelling, it's just dark. So really like it, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. Thanks for joining me. Bye.